Korra and Tenzin step out into the camp. The moment people realize it's really her, the crowd swells. "Avatar Korra, you're the best, our hero!" Applause erupts as children and adults press in around her. Everyone has a request. Firebend this cold tea. Find Kokei's lost eye. Say hello to a sick wife. Help find a dog lost in the evacuation. Talk to President Raiko about real homes. The voices pile on top of each other until Tenzin tries to pull her away. Korra stops him. She has an idea. She climbs onto a high rock so everyone can see her. The camp falls quiet. Korra tells them she feels for all of them. The exhaustion, the frustration, the anger at losing their homes. This is a time of great change. A wise man once told her that change can be good or bad, depending on your point of view. Maybe this can be a new beginning. She promises to work as hard as she can so everyone has a place to live again. Together they can forge a bright future, living in balance with the planet and becoming who they truly want to be.
The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. "Thank you, Avatar! To the future!" Back at the command tent, Asami is already sketching. Korra walks in, still buzzing from the speech. Asami smiles and shows her the first housing plans. The quicker they get people back to some sense of normalcy, the better. Korra agrees completely. They make a good team. They decide to take the plans straight to President Raiko and ask for city funding. Zuli sets up the meeting. At Raiko's campaign headquarters, the president is busy perfecting a ridiculous slogan. "Vote Raiko. He'll wallop tyranny with a knockout blow." His advisor points out that people still see him as the coward who surrendered to Kuvira. Korra and Asami barge in. They lay out the housing crisis and the plans. Raiko immediately claims the city coffers are empty. He's already diverting money to extra police and infrastructure repairs. Asami offers future industries money. Varric jumps in and says he'll match it. Raiko's advisor whispers that giving people homes could make them forget the whole Kuvira disaster and line up to vote for him. Raiko softens just enough to tell Asami to finish the plans and bring them back in a few days. Then Korra brings up the new spirit portal. Wanyang Kiam is trying to turn it into an amusement park. If the city bought the land, they could make it a beautiful spirit sanctuary with public parks. Raiko shuts it down hard. The city is broke. He has work to do. Meeting over. Frustrated, Korra and Asami leave. Later that evening on Air Temple Island, they sit together watching a beautiful sunset. Kaya finds them and smiles. It's none of her business, but they make a beautiful couple. She suspected something when Tenzin mentioned their vacation. Kaya shares a bit of history. The Air Nomads always accepted love in any form. The Fire Nation was once tolerant until Sozin made same-sex relationships criminal. Even Avatar Kyoshi, who loved both men and women, couldn't change the Earth Kingdom's rigid ways. A lot has changed since then, especially in Republic City. Their story is theirs to tell, when the time feels right. "Hey, Korra! Hey, Asami!" Bolin jogs into view, with Mako close behind. Bolin is already grinning like he has gossip to collect. "We heard you were back! How was the vacation? I want to hear everything!" Korra and Asami exchange a quick look. The moment feels right. Korra shifts a little, clearing her throat. "It was good. Actually, there's something we wanted to tell you guys. Asami and I..." A sudden rush of air cuts her off. Janora's spirit projection suddenly appears, panicked. Triple threats just attacked the portal. Tokuga is leading them. They need help. Now. Korra, Asami, Mako, and Bolin don't hesitate. They're already moving. Tokuga has brought the fight straight to the spirit portal. Their radio contact with the police is completely dead. The portal has been scrambling every frequency since it opened. They're on their own. They dive straight into the fight. Airbenders are already defending the portal against the triple threats. Korra lands hard, blasting several thugs aside with a powerful gust of air. Across the field, she locks eyes with Tokuga. "I see Tokuga! You guys got your marks?" Mako and Bolin charge in. Asami electrifies her glove and drops one of Tokuga's men with a clean shock. Tokuga himself is a blur of dual blades and pure aggression, cutting through anyone in his path and sending Mako flying with a brutal kick. He advances on the downed Mako with a cold smile.
I hate to hurt a man while he's down, but in your case, I'm going to make an exception. Bolin answers by launching a barrage of rocks. Tokuga dodges most of them, but Bolin keeps the pressure on, melting the stones into spinning discs of lava. You're gonna need some bigger rocks, Tokuga sneers. Bolin grins as the lava discs smash into Tokuga's blades, shattering them on impact. You're gonna need some new swords. Just as the triple threats start gaining the upper hand, the Great Spirit Dragon and other spirits erupt from the portal in a rage. The dragon declares that these humans started the fight. Now one of them must pay. It lunges straight for Tokuga. Korra tries to stop it, but the spirit ignores her. In the chaos, a massive rock is flung toward Asami. Korra screams her name and earthbends it aside just in time, but Asami is still knocked hard to the ground. The dragon seizes Tokuga, wrapping him in glowing spiritual energy. Tokuga screams as the power burns through him, twisting and scarring his face into something monstrous. The remaining triple threats panic and flee. The spirits, satisfied, return through the portal. Korra rushes to Asami's side, gently cupping her face. Their eyes meet for a moment, then close. Korra leans in, and they share a soft, lingering kiss. Quiet, relieved, and full of everything they've been holding back. When they pull apart, the others are staring. Bolin's eyes go wide. So, that thing we were going to tell you about earlier? You and Asami are a couple? Korra and Asami look at each other and nod. We are. Bolin explodes with excitement. Jinora is pure joy. Even Mako, after a second to process, simply says he's cool with it. For a brief moment, in the middle of the ruined battlefield, the group shares a real, warm happiness. Later that same night, a heavily scarred and transformed Tokuga storms into Wonyankyo's office. He pins the businessman against the wall, eyes glowing with rage. Kem tries to buy him off with more money, but Tokuga isn't interested. When you hired me to do your dirty work, becoming a freak wasn't part of the deal. Tokuga tightens his grip, voice low and dangerous. You're not getting off that easily. I'm taking control of Kem Enterprises and all of its assets. His glowing eyes burn into Kem's. You work for me now.